just got the thing, and away we go. Who cares if you have the same mother, brother? Tonight, I'm going to fuck my brother. Yakuza! Says Diana. And so, the negotiations in Inglesa aren't going so great. Minister Milan, this guy on the right here, says the Moonrace want to move back into the entire Sunbelt region, which includes Inglesa, on the theory that it's their ancestral home. Gwen obviously has a counterclaim of, well, even if they did live there, they abandoned it before the Cataclysm even, and it was his forefathers who nursed it back to its current state, so no, you can't just leave and then come back after someone else has done all the hard work of setting it up. But Milan says that the Moonrace's withdrawal to the moon was not abandonment, just a temporary retreat. Hence the Promised Land thing. And Diana does want to return her people to Earth, but is hoping to do so peacefully. She wants to live alongside the current residents. And both sides are a bit uneasy about everything going on. But then Gail comes in, and she announced that Gwen's next appointment has arrived. And it's Lily Borgiano. Awful, just absolutely awful woman. Don't like Lily Borgiano at all. But Gwen apologises, but he'll have to table the discussion for today, saying he's got other business to attend to. Milan's a bit annoyed at his attitude towards Diana, but Gwen says that as a mayor, he still has things and duties to attend to. And Diana agrees to continue the peace talks later, suggesting that some time to think about it will do him good, and she wants to reconvene in a week. And that suits Gwen just fine. And he recommends that Diana take the time to see what the Earth has to offer. And so, as they go, Milan snarls at Gwen's arrogance. But Diana understands the many duties that come from his position. And Kiel offers Diana another cup of tea, but Diana's like, rather than tea, how about you and I chat? She'd rather it be a woman-to-woman talk, though, so she asks Milan to wait outside. And then as he leaves, Kiel wonders if there's a problem, and Diana's like, no problem, I just want to speak to you in private, just the two of us. And obviously both of them are amazed at how much, how similar they look, and how alike they are. And Diana thinks about what Gwen said about seeing more of Earth, and as part of that, she'd like to ask Kiel a favour. And the first step is to swap clothes. Just a little game, says Diana. Just a little game. Meanwhile, at the Iron Gears hangar, Bond's been studying the manual inside the cockpit. Hand computer. It's got a little tablet that tells you what to do. And that's how he learned how to control it. But he's got to wonder how long it's been buried inside the dang mountain. Then everyone's two favourite lovers come over, ask if he's finished studying. And Garrett admits to being impressed at how different Lauren's Gundam looks to their own. It's like, but it's clearly a Gundam. Yeah, he's like, what do you mean a Gundam? He's like, it's got two eyes and then the antenna. It's definitely a Gundam. But the antenna are like a mustache, so it's a little different. But it's definitely a Gundam. Unmistakably a Gundam, but also as different as you can be. Garrett asks if anything, if it has a proper name. And the closest thing that Lauren could find is this, the turn A, the upside down A symbol, which Tifa says means all-encompassing, and Garrett figures that, I guess it's the turn A Gundam then. And Lauren mentions that he's heard that Garrett's home was further south, and if he and Tifa are going to head back there, and Garrett says, no, I don't have a home to return to anymore. And that's when Garrett asks if Lauren knows anything about new types. And he's got no idea, so Garrett says the Frost Brothers have been going around collecting them, and Tifa's one. And she can predict the future, not massively far in the future, but the near future at least. And the Garrett wants to stop anyone who tried to use her for their own agenda. But before the warp, he was doing it with the help of the crew of the Frieden, a land ship. And Lauren's like, why don't you go back to them then? And so that's because the Frost Brothers said that they just killed everybody there and blew it up after he was walked away. And Lauren's like, oh jeez, I'm sorry, dude. It's like, it's fine. Besides, I don't think they would have died that easily. So, I think they're still alive. And same goes for Tifa. And that's why they can stay with the Iron Gear for a little longer. And Lauren is like, okay, so why are you telling me all of this? And he's like, I think it's only fair because you helped with Tifa's rescue, so you should know like why that was such a big deal to me. And it was Tifa's idea to have this conversation. And she sees her old self in Lauren and tells him not to think that he's all alone in the world. And sooner or later, everyone will come to understand him. So Lauren thanks both of them, and Garrett's like, don't worry, bud, we're old friends here, mate. And then the King Gainer comes back from patrol, and as it does, the little hand computer he's been using as a manual reacts to something, and it starts displaying an image of a person with wings? An angel? Wonders Lauren. And then Tifa's like, no, not so much. Something far more dangerous. And now here comes everyone's favourite man, Gavanguni. And so this guy is like, oh yes, the Inglesa militia have so many strong units, but it's filled with women and children. And then Lauren's like, who are you? And he goes, I'm Gavanguni, leader of the Louisianan elite squadron. So it's from it's Louisiana, but it's Louisiana, right? And Garrett hasn't heard of that, and Lauren says, oh yeah, it's the neighbouring country and an ancient ally of Inglesa, but what the hell are you doing here, Gohan? And he goes, have you been briefed about the joint training battle coming up? And as they are, so Elchie's been informed about that training thing by Lily Bourgeois, daughter of the mayor of Louisiana. And Elchie is like, Lily is clearly a cultured rival for Gwen's attention and affection, but Gwen is much more interested in discussing how the militia, like Inglesa, has been mechanizing with the stuff they excavate from their own mountain cycles. And Gain is here as well, and he's like, oh yeah, okay, so this mock battle is so Gwen can flex for everybody. And Rand gets it, and gains like distaste for this. But until we got money, we need to dance to this guy's tune. And he says, no matter where you go, the rich are invincible. Gwen adds that there'll be some Moonrace personnel in the exercise, and that's when Deanna arrives to ask if everything's settled. So the trick here, right, is the eyes. Diana doesn't have the little reflection of light in her eyes in the corner there and here. Like her big blue eyes are just like completely flat. And so that's the trick. That's the trick for knowing which bozo it is. Yeah, listen, Akatsuki's ears are burning somewhere. Just got the chart invincible. So she asks if everything's settled. And here's Harry, and he's going to be the one joining us today, and he greets us, and Gain is surprised to be tangling with the captain of the Royal Guard, asking for Harry to take it easy on us. And Keyhell is also present, and yeah, and so here you can see there's no like reflection of light in the eyes, right? That's basically all you got. That's all you got to go on, is that one of them has a reflection in their eyes and one doesn't. And so this is Deanna in disguise as Kale, obviously, and she wants to join us join us for the training. And Gen's like, sure, absolutely, you can be the official scribe to the event. And then Deanna, who's Kiel, commands Harry to protect Kiel in the event anything untoward happen. And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely, my lady. And then actual Diana is like, wow, she's really good at playing the part. And Kiel in turn is like, Lady Deanna must have been very lonely to think up this little prank, this little game. But the Iron Gear's going to take everybody over there, and so she goes to get everything prepped, and Kiel hopes that Lady Deanna takes care. And so, Scenario 8, Angel Memories. And so this is weird. Gwen told Elchie that there was just going to be a big plains here, but instead it's a ruined city. Jiren asks Lauren what the heck is this, and Lauren has no idea. There's not supposed to be anything this close to Nox at all. And Borome thinks he's full of shit, but Soshie's like, no, this is supposed to be nothing but empty fields. And she says that criticizing Lauren won't do anything to change it. And Lauren's like, alright, thanks, but you... yeah, he's like, thank you for the kind words. And she's like, no, I don't want your gratitude. I'm not doing it to protect the guy from the moon race. And then Deanna's Kyo is like, oh, please calm down. So she's like, shh, butt out. This is between me and Lauren. And Gay and Indra's like, oh, yeah, I don't think she's angry at Lauren because he's a moon race. Ooh. And she's like, why are you here anyway? You never showed any interest in the militia before. And Diana's Kale says that she wants to do everything she can to assist Gwen with the militia in the upcoming days. And so she's like, alright, fine, I guess that's your job, but stay out of everyone's way. And Gwen is just like, wow, I guess the militia really is run by a bunch of kids and women, huh? How about that? So Shay obviously takes offense and goes, what's so strange about women fighting? And Miche gets in his face as well. Miche. Miche. And saying they fought the moon race and UNE troops before. And he's like, alright, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm going to show you guys, my elite squad, how a real battle goes. And Rand and Mel have been here watching the city, deep in thought. And he's like, what do you think? And then he goes, unless I am mistaken, I think this whole damn town was warped here. The warp would have needed to be huge, way bigger than the one that brought just us here. He says, there must have been that guy, gana, must have been huge. And Jiren's like, so what do you plan on doing, Rand? He goes, I want to check out the city before the training battle begins. Meanwhile, here's this guy, Pierre. So here's Pierre. And Pierre, yep. So here's Pierre, and he's just seen our ship enter in, and with him is Sylvia. And she's like, "Oh, we don't need to you shouldn't be worrying about them. They need to hurry up and complete their mission." And so Sylvia complains that the ringing noise from before has given her a damn headache. But either way, Pierre says that according to Reina's precognitive dream, it might be Reina, but I think it's Reina. We'll see. This should be where they'll find the greatest hero of Atlantis, the Wings of the Sun. And Sylvia's like, that's not going to happen. And she's sure that's not going to happen because her brother, Sirius, is a reincarnation of the Wings of the Sun. And Pierre says that Sirius has no memories of past life, and Sylvia's like, oh, they're just sealed away. She says the memories of that battle are too painful, too sad. But here we are, in the ruined city. Rand tells Gorley that he found some people, but none were Romarian. And that proves the theory that must have warped here, and Gorley decides that no matter what happens, we always run into this sort of mess. Lauren asks if the warps weren't like this before, and Gaynor says that all we've seen is people and machines getting warped, never an entire city. And so Rand figures that we can't have a training battle in this sort of situation, so we should send the Louisiana troops and that fellow with the red and that fellow with the red glasses back home. And the Chiru's like, hey, Jiren, what you doing? And he goes, well, since we're not fighting, I thought I'd do a little cooking. And Daiki's like, oh, geez, I can smell that lizard jerky. Oh, it's delicious. And then Jiren's like, yep, gonna eat it. Itadakimasu. When suddenly, someone just zooms by and yoinks it right out of Jiren's hand. He was gonna eat his delicious lizard, but who's this fella? Oi, oi. And it's Apollo. And he tells Jiren it's his own fault for getting so distracted while eating. If he didn't want his food snatched out of his mouth, he should hurry up and eat it. And Jiren's like, hey, bud, that's good meat. I ain't letting you take it without a fight. And Apollo goes, yeah, bring it on. I'll give it back if you can catch me. And then Jiren's like, oh, I'm gonna show you the wrath of a hungry guy. Jiren? And so, unfortunately for Apollo, Jiren actually just chases him and gets him. He's like, give me my damn food back, son of a gun. And then Apollo's like, okay, time for my last resort. And so he just licks it all over. And he's like, do you still want it back? And Jiren's like, oh. Damn, dude, you must be really hungry to have done that. If you come back with me, I can just make you some food. He's like, wait, what? And he's like, hey, I mean, clearly love your food. We got loads. Do you want to come back and have something to eat? Let's go. And so, Drag tells Gaiden they're having a barbecue out here, courtesy of Jiren, but it's fine because it'll allow us to keep investigating the area. And here's Baron, Apollo's friend, who appreciates the offer of having a lovely dinner. He's like, oh, Baron. And it was Apollo's first time eating lizard, but it was pretty tasty, and he wants some more. Burame complains that he's already eaten enough for 5 people, and Jiren's like, it's fine. I've heard that anyone who eats loads of food can't be bad. And then Jiren tells Apollo to eat quick, because there's more meat coming. And while he's eating, Rand's like, I got some questions for you. And he starts with going, so, you heard a ringing sound recently? And Baron goes, oh yeah, absolutely, right before the area got all distorted. And it's like, yep, they got warped. Yep, party as expected. Gain asks if they're living here, and Apollo says they don't really like it here, but there's a bunch of food lying around that they could eat. And so Baron asks where we came from, seeing as we're loaded with food. But Apollo noticed somebody hiding nearby, and out pops Pierre. Yeah, good grief. But he's like, wow, you got some real good senses on you there, boy. Some good perception. And then Silver's like, whoa, is this beast Pokemon ga konna degumono ga. Awful. So she's like, is this beast an element candidate like us? And she asks, he's like, what the hell would you call me, Tegu? He's like, Pierre, does this beast give you any response from his aura? And he goes, yep, he's got the same meta-quantum pattern as us. And Baron's like, oh, are you guys cops? And Apollo's like, nah. And he does a little sniff and smells them. He says, they're much more dangerous than that. And Pierre's like, wow, you really are a beast, huh? Judging us by smell. And then Sylvia's like, ugh, disgusting. I'd never combine with someone like him. No gatai. Ugh, disgusting. I'd never combine. And Jin's like, okay, so I'm guessing these guys aren't your friends then, Apollo? And Rand goes, yeah, they seem to be hostile. But Pierre tells everybody to settle down, because they're business with Apollo, and adds a warning that if we don't settle down, we might get boined. Sylvia asks Apollo to come with us, but he refuses. He's like, no way. You're free to try and force me, though. And she says, yeah, you'll regret that, buddy. And then Apollo says that he's not going to go easy on her just because she's a girl. So he tries to punch her, and then Pierre's like, oh yeah, yep, she's got the speed beat. And so he's like, yep, he's fast, but he's still an amateur. And he's like, what the hell did I punch? And so Sylvia counters, and she barely misses, but explodes the concrete wall behind him. And Pierre joins with a fire kick. And literally sets everything on fire. They're fucking wild. And everyone is like, what the hell's going on? And Gain is like, are these like overskills? And Baron goes, hey, could you guys help? But then there's a chant coming from the sky. And Pierre calls it hypno sound. And the suit's like, oh, dang it, there's fallen angels around. Tatenchi. Fallen angels? Tatenchi? Top of nearby buildings, a mysterious man. He's observing all things. And on the iron gear, Tifa senses the angel. And then Jiren is like, that's a fucking monster right there, holy shit. And Rand goes, alright, everybody run, it's coming straight for us. And unfortunately, Baron immediately gets yoinked and absorbed into it. No good. And Gain sees that it absorbs people from all over it's absorbing people from all over the ruined city. And Jiren tells Apollo to run or he's going to be eaten as well. And he's like, I can't leave Baron inside that damn thing. So he jumps on top of it. And then it starts flying around. And he's like, sod, shit, fucking guy. He's like, let Baron go, let Baron go. And then Pierre's like, whoa. That friggin' beast guy, he sticks to the harvest beast like that. He's going to be taken by the fallen angels as well. So Gavan wants to stop this thing, calls for his teammates to show everybody the power of Louisiana's elite troops. Sylvia warns them to stay away because the mythological power is materializing. And then a bunch of weird skeletons appear. And Tifa and Diana, as Kiel, both concerned, and Diana is like, I've seen this sinister sort of monster somewhere a long time ago. Gavan's like, what a dang skeleton monster, what the heck? And his squad is completely wiped out. Even Harry is like, this such power, what the hell? And Pierre tells Sylvie that they need to run away before they get wrecked. She says, it's going to be fine, Pierre. Daijoubu yo, Pierre. Her brother's here. And there's Sirius, pilot of the Vector Mars. And he gets in touch and he's like, hey, Sylvia, Pierre, you safe? And she's like, absolutely, brother. And then he goes, please, this is a mission. You should forget that we're brother and sister, Sylvia. And then here's Glenn, pilot of the Vector Sol. He's like, shouldn't we brief them on the situation? And Sirius is like, no. Defeating the enemy takes priority. Until that happens, any unnecessary communication would invite confusion. And Reika, pilot of the Vector Luna, can't get in touch with headquarters to confirm the orders. And so Sirius says, yeah, let's combine then. That's why they're piloting the Vector machines after all. And then Glenn says, yeah, as the top 3 students of the Element School, we should be able to pull it off. And so he offers his first combination to Reika. And then the Sirius is like, and he's going to honor Glenn's passion. But if Reika isn't up to it, then Sirius can form the head in her place. But she's ready though and calls out for formation LMS. So Luna, Mars, Sol. Codename Shape of Fate. So you start the maneuver. Yeah, codename Shape of Fate. And Silver's like, what the? My brother's going to combine with Reika as the head? Ugh. Spiritual combination. Go, Aquarion. And then I think you can guess what's happening here. Reika gives a moan. It's very sensual, very erotic. And then he's serious. This is the light of the machine angel Aquarion. And so everybody watches the combination. It's like, whoa, that's incredible. They combined. And Sylvia's like, brother. And so Sirius tells Reika to give the cherubim soldiers a taste of their strength. And then Cordyceps tells Ochi they seem to be charging at the skeletons, and until Jiren and the others get back, she says that the Iron Gear needs to stay put. So they've got to depend on Harry and Gavan to hold the line. And obviously, Harry was going to fight anyway, in the interest of figuring out how strong these damn monsters were. And Gavan needs to get revenge for his dead soldiers. Meanwhile, on top of the hill, the combination was a success. However, will they be able to bring forth Aquarion's full might? And so the SR point is cleared the mission by the end of turn 3. And so let's have a look at Gavan. So here's Gavan Gugni. He's Yazan. He's Beck. He's Gates. He's also apparently Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings dub for Japan, which is wild that they have that guy. Love him. He's pretty good, Prevail level 1, both supports, blocking so he can use a shield and do sword cut. His mech has a shield and has sword cut. His leadership bonus is plus 20% damage. And yeah, that's a Zaku. That's a Zaku. They call it the Bourgeonon. But it's a Zaku. It's garbage. So Gavan's a pretty good pilot. He won't amount to anything other than a squaddy. He's got, in this thing, he's got a good range on his platoon attack, a strong ammo-based tri-attack, and he's got support defend. He's fine. And so, we need to take out one of these guys by turn 2, or we won't have enough time. And we can't attack this thing. It's just a guy. Actually control of Aquarian. Good, we are. Good. That'll help then. To think such monsters emerged on Earth after our ancestors left. Such evil continues to exist, it can become a threat to Her Majesty. I'll destroy it here and now. And then, be careful, Harry. This is an ancient foe. So the Cherubim soldiers have small regen, so 10% immune to pilot debuffs. And they're really fucking annoying. They got all of the health, their stats are good. Because they've got the big HP, they actually regen, like, so Poe had regen, but she regenerated like 700. Right, this guy regenerates like 1200. And like, being used to debuffs sucks, and their claw, like, so they've got an attack that's a claw here. This thing, Zume, gives you morale down. So don't ever get hit by that. And then they've got the pulse beam and the pulse beam. They're not like the super icy boys yet, but they're very fucking irritating. Damn it! I wanted to get some practice, but I didn't think I'd be fighting against monsters. Well, it'll surely mean danger for Luciana if I leave these things be. I'll do this for my fallen comrades. Just they get over their music. It's everyone's favourite. We love a Beck. We love a Beck and Yazan. The lovely Zoshi. So he's off to a good start, judging at 77% attack. And so here's the Aquarian. Here's Reika. This is wild. They're immune to pilot shit. Counter, support, defend, prevail. She's okay. She's okay. She's okay to play. I believe that's just support attacks 2 plus 20% damage. It's fine. We'll figure out more about it later on. It's got a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets. Oh baby. So he can cast Invincible once, alright. The Machine Angel Aquarium, left behind to fight the fallen angels as mankind's last hope. We endured agonizing training to be capable of piloting it. And now we'll reap the fruits of that training. Lunatic Archery! Soldier.
レイカ、敵の力量は見抜けたか。
この攻撃だけでは判断できないわ、グレン。
Lunatic Archery. We need to do big boy damage, unfortunately. So, hand the beam gun. So much better than that. He got the moves to really move them.
ディアナ様にあだなす者こそ我が恩敵。手加減はせんぞ。
Still in position, so fuck him. And we need to take one of these guys down this time, or we're in trouble. And so Pierre's like, wow, Reika's doing really good, nice work. Just like, which she was fucking, but I wanted to combine with my brother. And so Reika's just getting tired, and Glenn's like, are you okay? And she's like, no, I'm fine. She's got she insists on fighting for the people that were taken. But the mysterious observer is not very impressed. Mediocre. And here we are in the Earth Restoration Organization Dava's control room. So that's what it's, Earth Restoration Organization. They're back in the control room. So at their headquarters, here's Jerome. And he's ordering Chloe. And there's Chloe and Kurt to locate Sirius and the others. They've just disappeared. But their satellites aren't picking up anything in the entire region they're in. Communications are non-existent. And Jerome wonders what the hell's happened with that city. Sophia asks him to calm down because panicking isn't going to solve the situation. Yeah, and here's Rina. And so here's Rina. And she says that they're somewhere very far away. Maybe not even in this world. And that's the mysterious observer. It's time to show up. And he goes, yes, the girl is right. And then Jerome's like, what the hell? Who the hell are you? How did you get in the control room? And Sophia recognizes him, though, and is surprised to see him alive. He's the magician of godlike speed. Fudo again? And so Fudo, I believe that in this one, his thing is doesn't mean useless, like in the second one. And Jerome recognizes the name. Fudo? And is this the same one for discovering Aquarian in an underwater temple off the coast of Crete? And as it is greeting, Fudo snaps his fingers. And restores their connection with the missing city. And they see the combined Aquarian. And Jerome is like, ah, yeah, the strongest element team. They've done it. And then Fudo is like, I got a lesson for you. And he recalls a quote from a general of the land of the rising sun. Though a single arrow be weak, three laid together become an unbreakable arrow. And Jerome is well aware of said general, Mori Motonari, and recalls him as teaching this unbreakable three arrows lesson to his three sons. And just like the general's sons, by combining heart, body, and soul of three elements into one, they can bring forth the three-in-one combination of Aquarian. But good old Gen says, however, even with three arrows, if an unexpectedly strong force is applied, they will break. Fudo again, the great magician. Let's get to this quick. He's the narrator of Giant Gorg. He's the narrator of Dragonar. He's Don Quixote, Mukokan, and Don Girara in Wataru. He's Lucky MacDonald in Lupin III from Siberia with Love. He's in a bunch of... Actually, he's Wolf Hawkfield in Virtua Fighter. He's the Sailor Chef in Sailor Moon Stars. Fuji in Rurouni Kenshin. He's Void in the narrator in Berserk. He's Jet Black in Cowboy Bebop. He's Brilliant Dynamite's Neon in Trigun. He's Alex Rosewater in Big O, so we'll be seeing him again later. Dr. Aikido, you know, Pokemon. He's Brittany in Eureka 7. He's Guyver 2 in Guyver, the Bible was done from 2005. So he's not the coolest one, but, you know, he's Sergey in Double O. He was Hercule, he was obviously Satan's voice, so he died. Murdo in I'm Blooded Orphans. Kanji Kabuto in One Punch Man. He's in a lot of shit, turns out, actually. Oh, he's Merlin in Char's Counterattack. Nice. Oh, and he's fucking Job Trunit. Fucking absolute bastard. The king of bastards. The worst human that has ever existed. Job Trunic. Hate that man. Awful. Worst garbage man of all time. But... Another Aquarian approaches, and she was like, "Here they come, Reika." He's like, "Yeah, I got it, Sirius." But before she can defend, the Harvest Beast starts sending negative thoughts of all the captured people directly into her brain. And so, because of her subsequent lapse in concentration and panic, she does a scream. The aquarium breaks apart. Pierre and Sylvia run after Reika, the closest, and find her in shock and wounded. And Pierre's like, "Oh, dang it, Glenn's probably in the same state." So Sylvia's going to go leave their rescue to Pierre, and she's jumping inside the Vector Luna. All system green. Yeah, she jumps in the Luna. And she joins up with Sirius, and everybody else is like, "Oh, phew, we finally made it back to the Iron Gear." And Ochi is like, "Oh yeah, everybody, deploy. You need to protect that combinable machine." And so we will defend that combinable machine. And Lauren deploys and checks in with Harry and Gavan to make sure they're okay, and they're both very confused that this kind of monster exists and asks what the hell they are, and Lauren's like, "First time we've ever seen it too." But, yeah, and then Harry's like, the combined unit has fallen, so they're going to join up with Lauren. And then Chiro and Jiren start looking for Apollo, wondering if he got eaten by the flying monster. And then it's just noodling about. And it starts leaving with all the people it's captured. And that's when Apollo goes, "Oh, Aquarion!" And Sylvia's like, how the hell does he know the name? Sirius then gets in touch with Sylvia. Yeah, Vector Mars to Luna. And he goes, "Is that the boy, the one we were sent after?" And she's like, And then Vector Salt spits out Glenn onto the ground. And Apollo just going, "Oh!" And he just yells, "Aquarion!" That light, Amnoigari. The wings of the sun. So the Salt flies over to him. He scoops him up into the cockpit and he's like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" And here's Apollonius, the machine angel. Aquarian. Who the hell are you? Recite this. Genesis combination. Genesis combination? Recite it. Genesis combination. Genesis combination? Genesis combination? Wait, what is that? Who are you? Genesis combination, go. Aquarion! But he's told he's 13, actually. This feeling.
Apollonius.
This is Genesis combination. They combined again. Feels different from before. The white doll's responding. Machine Angel Aquarian? Why is it showing this? I don't know what's going on, but this is our chance. Help the combined mech and take out those monsters. Roger that. Let's go, my friends. Lend me your power. Friends? Friends? Element. And so now here's the real Aquarian. With a fan-drafted Super Bros game based on the fans I know, it fools. So here's Aquarian. It's very fucking strong. So Apollo has ESP level 3, which gives him accuracy and evasion. Prevail level 4 and spiritual fortitude, so he's immune to pilot-based status effects. Sirius has ESP level 2, sport attack. Oh no, Sirius has blocking and predict, and it's Sylvia who has sport attack and backup attack. Apollo has guts and strike. Sirius has mercy, which is the tail pins and damage and accelerate. Sylvia's got focus. It can transform. And the element system that's glowing and just popped up on the screen there is 130 morale if any of the sub-pilot stats are higher than the main pilot's. The main pilot will use the sub-pilot's value instead of his own. And that's very strong because Sirius has got like outrageously high skill. He's got some of the highest skill in the game at 185. And also 185 dodge and 197 accuracy, which this boy definitely does not have. So it looks like currently he's yoinking everything from Sirius except his defense, which Sirius has got like quite low defense. And so he's copying the old range from Sylvia and Sirius, but yeah, he's just got their cool stats. It's really fucking strong. And so Apollo is Kota in OGs. Sirius is Tomokazu Sugita, who's Bullet in OGs, and he's just in everything. It's nuts. And this lady is Yumi Kakazu, who's Yuffie in 5-7, Renee in Galgal Final. They're all in everything, and it's super fucking strong. Immune to pilot effects means it's immune to the him being immune to pilot effects means that whole morale down thing that we mentioned before. Immune to that. It's tough as hell. It's just strong. It doesn't have its good move yet, but oh boy does it get some good fucking moves. And it's strong just like as is, and then you can really abuse the element system by going. So you know how in like second OGs I do the thing where I put Katina and Russell go well together, and Katina and Carla go well together, and I do Ratzel and Excellin because she's got the share stat, and then you just put all of his points into skill and all of her points into ranged, and that's as if you're doing both of those on both of them when they activate it. It's fucking strong as hell. And it's got 3 different forms depending on which one's the head, but I believe we're stuck with the solo one for now, and it's the best one anyway. And his leadership bonus is plus 40% damage versus Fallen Angels. Pretty good. And so we've got another secret here as well. Jiren and Apollo need to kill at least 1 enemy each. So... So we'll have Jiren blow up this one, right? And then Apollo can come over and fuck this guy up, I guess. Like, the song is just a fucking bop as well. Like, it's one of the greatest OP songs of all time. But behold the power of the Genesis combined Machine Angel. This man, who is he? No way. Is he really the Wings of the Sun? Oh! Damn me. I'm not gonna let you do what you like, fucker. Oh, it's just slaps the whole of my bod. Yeah, like, it just taking half as much damage as Reika did. Doing mucho more. That ain't bad. Yeah, that's unupgraded. That's just these bozos being fucking guys.
スに当たる。
だってやってみせる。準備はできてるよ。合図お願い。
何は暴れさせてもらう。
Yeah, like Aquarian is like easily one of the strongest units in the game. It's Aquarian, Nervesh, K, the turn A, and Roger. Like they feel like a pretty solid, straightforward top 5. What is it, Kay? Did you get hit? It's nothing. I'm alright, Sarah. I looked at that monster. I felt my mind go somewhere very far away for a split second. But I wasn't scared. It was like my consciousness was absorbed by King Gainer. Oh, gotta do better now if you want to scratch King Gainer. You know, it's because you enjoyed G-Record. Does it really need 5 movies? Is it going to be 5 movies? I thought it was going to be 3. But, yeah, it could do with 5. It can, like, do that. Like, I thought it was only 3. Like, 5, they're definitely going to add some stuff. But a lot of people, like... there's stuff it can do with that runtime. Don't get scared, Mel. These guys ain't normal, so make sure to take pictures of everything. Right. Now come here, bonehead. Kotsuyaro. Now come here, bonehead. I'll break it down and make some broth. Soup. Soup.
俺の喧嘩を見せてやるぜ。かなり危険な使い方もある。
Aerodon is up here, I believe. I've been your horny. Here we go. We fought a lot of things. This is the first time I've seen anything like this. Still, the man doesn't hesitate. No monster's getting the better of me. Beautiful. Step 1 completed. Unfortunately, that means I need to get everybody over to fucking get this guy. By the end of the next turn. Seems fine. Looks like a giant yellow dove. It's beautiful, beautiful.
そんなのを食らうアポロ様じゃねえ。そこか。だりゃ
Really came to us. Want to be trying.
「俺の狙いに合わせろ。そうすりゃ当たる。
だってやってみせる。準備はできてるよ。合図お願い。
たまには暴れさせてもらう。 いい加減に怒る
He's
ぞ
fine, he's fine. Can't take another one of them, but he's fine. This boy does not have the juice. Okay, then where's... He's up here. Here he is. Differs about dying here. No way I'll let you freaks get through. God, be careful. That's...
よしめっちゃやるぜ高出力のディバイダーのビームだな
Oh, jeez, Garnet.
ディバイダーを使う
Probably just... we can get up on him and give him the hammer. Lauren. I'll have to figure out the connection between the white doll and these skeletons later. Right now, I can't just let monsters that attack people run around doing as they please. Can't let them run loose, boss. Chief?
攻撃を集中させる夏を狙えばいいんだ悪な策
アイフィールド入力これでいけるはずだ
Can any of these bozos can... Okay, that guy. Alright then. So it's just time to give him the slap.
覚悟しな。ぶん殴ってやるぜ。
Got him. Scroll down. Got the SR point. So, we did it. We did it. Rand and Mel know that if those monsters in this entire area is warped here, then we've got no idea what else could show up. And Sylvia is celebrating, fussing over Sirius, and he tells her that it's too soon. They've got no idea where they are, and they won't be able to return to Deva for the time being. Diva. Yeah, they'll be able to get back to Diva for the time being. No, it's Deva. Yeah, Deva, I think. But Apollo's not paying attention. He's still thinking about his friend, Baron. Gurren's Greedon at some point? Maybe, if I can find a thing. So here, we are in Atlantia. This is Diva. Diva. So here's Ottoha, welcoming Tolma, as it says there. Yep, and there's Ottoha. And he asks how long he's been asleep. And she says for 12,000 years. And his next question is, how's Earth doing? And she says that the foolish, wingless people have stolen the fruit of knowledge and transforming the world into a hideous mess. And Tolma is obviously already annoyed at that, and that even now the wingless people are disrupting their dream. But on the other hand, Ottoha says that their souls are proving useful, making the tree of life blossom, and more are continuously arriving from other worlds. And then that was Baron getting stuck in the tree. But there's another issue. The wings of the sun who betrayed Tolma and the rest of them has reawakened. And so Tolma has a little bit of a think. And then he's like, yeah, I want to see him again. Ottoha says that he's in a far distant world, but Tolma says that time and space mean nothing. Not since 2,000 years ago, when paradise was destroyed. And Ottoha remembers the battle back then, and how it transformed Atlantia into an everlasting prison. And Tolma wants to regain the world, and for that he'll meet with the Wings of the Sun, the only one he's ever loved. And Ottoha makes a little face and is silent. And then we've got and so Jiren's glad to see that Apollo's fine, but he can see that he's really upset about leaving his friend, and Apollo's sure that his friend isn't dead though. Chiro is also here, and while there isn't any lizard meat left, she offers him some tasty donkey bread from Inglesa. But there he is doing a little snuffle. And he says, oh no, there's some lizard meat nearby. Jiren's impressed as he leads the way towards the shop, and Chill offers to buy the meat to raise his spirits. And Apollo is very thankful. And so, the next step of that secret, that was part 1 getting that bit, we've got to buy the lizard meat. It's smoked lizard. And we done it. That's it, there's no